In 1815 there was a turnpike here, and the toll keeper was a woman called Hannah Oliver. On the morning of New Year's Day 1815 there was a great commotion. The turnpike barrier was down and there was no sign of Hannah. A barmaid from the Three Stags Head public house, just over the road there, entered the toll house and discovered Hannah's dead body. She was murdered for the pair of red boots that she used to wear. The man who murdered her was 21-year-old Anthony Lingard from the nearby village of Tideswell. He wanted her boots, and he wanted to give them as a gift to a woman who was pregnant by him. But he was soon arrested when the woman was seen wearing the boots, and a public hanging took place at the Derby jail on March the 8th, 1815. That was to be the last public hanging in Derbyshire. So let's take a walk over the road and we'll tell you a little bit more.
First obstacle. It's not easy, is it?
Not the easiest style I've been through, or gates I've been through.
Don't know how they expect the cows to get out.
Today we're walking and heading over there to that dome-shaped pillar, which is called Peter's Stone. So called because it's said it resembles St. Peter's Basilica in Rome. But of course there's a story to tell you about it. We're walking along Cressbrook Dale to get to Peter's Stone. Popular walk, especially at weekends. Nice blue sky.
It's not far off. Is it the A6? No, that's not the A6 anymore, is it?
No, it's the
It's one something. I don't know.
the Chesterfield to Chapel Frith Road. There's the first real good view of Peter's Stone. Dale opening up nicely.
You've got the exposed scars of the limestone, haven't you?
Yep. There's always nice little places to explore. Ooh. can get too much further in there. Looks like a lot of rubbish in there, to be honest. Anyway, let's get on with the story. Following Lingard's hanging, his body was brought back here under military escort for some reason. The judge had ruled that his body should hang on display near to where he committed his heinous crime. So a gibbet was erected on top of Peter's stone, and the body of Anthony was hung up high to display to the locals to deter them from committing crime. Must have taken some getting up there, but the story gets even more grisly. The gibbeting attracted hundreds of local people, and down there in the valley, stalls were erected, made it quite a display and quite a fair. There was a Punch and Judy stall, hog roasts, and lots of other attractions, and hundreds of people just down there to watch what was happening up there. We're going to try and climb up on top. Don't know how easy it is. As we say, it must have been quite a feat to get a gibbet up there, to be honest, because it's quite a tall pillar when you get up close to it. To climb up now. Fairly steep, so imagine hauling big pieces of wood up here to the gibbet. Just picture all those stalls down there. Lovely valley. So we're gonna start hearing quite a bit of grunting and groaning as I try and climb. We're getting there though. You can see quite a drop. I think rum's giving up. Bay, careful Bay, I know what you're like. I think we're virtually at the top. I don't know whether we came up the easiest way or not. Oh yeah, we're at the top. So, don't know exactly which part of the gibbet was erected on. We have a drone coming towards us. You'll see the view better with the drone footage, but quite amazing. Drone watching me, watching it. So I think this is now the highest part. So the gibbet was probably on this bit here. Oh, it's making me feel quite dizzy. So you've got to haul all the wood up here for the gibbet, haul the dead body up here, then hang it. And there's still more grisly stuff to tell you. I think I'm going to sit down to tell you that. Said that the skeleton hung here for 11 years until there were complaints from the locals about the rattling of the bones when it was a windy night or a windy day. So after all those years of complaints, the body was finally removed on the 20th of April 1826. And to this day, the locals call Peter's Stone Gibbet Rock. What a place. What a story.
We've not been here for a while. It's the Yonderman Cafe at Wardlow Mires, isn't it?
It is.
So, and Peter's Stone is just half a walking, spitting distance up the road. So it's one of our. We used to come here a lot when we were on this. We used to go to New Mills and Nottingham, didn't we?
It's a nice place you can park up overnight. A little, well, it's a farm, a campsite over the road as well if you're in a camper van or camping in a tent. Nice place for breakfast if you do. And we've got a geocache here. But that's for another time.
So thanks for watching. Cheers.
Cheers.